This is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, doing my follow-up Friday. Follow-up Friday at 2. We don't always do it at 2, but I'm ready at 2 because I stayed up late last night and was working on those things. So getting things ready for today. So I'm really, really excited, waiting to see if I have some people join on. Hello, Marlene. It's good to have family. Can't see you in person, but we can see you here. So I have a couple of things. I'm really excited for Tuesday. So my talking on Tuesday at 2, I'm going to give you a list at the end of today's video of what I want you to have. Thank you. What I want you to have handy at your desk, and we're going to do some stamping together. So it will be with the Share the Sunshine. Hello, Trudy. It'll be with the Share the Sunshine packet. And we're going to make our own DSP, and we're going to use the Share the Sunshine information. And so I think it'll be fun. So I have some cards I kind of made together, put together this week, and I will share them with you. And then we'll do some cards together on Friday. So, or on Tuesday. We've done that before years ago in a place, in a galaxy far, far away when we used to get together and stamp. One of the things I had done at one of my classes was making your own DSP. So if you don't have any, and like at this time, I'm so weird because I don't, like after they're retired, I don't use the DSP in class anymore. And I generally only do things for class. So if you don't have anything new yet, but I will this afternoon after 4, if you don't have anything new, then you can make your own DSP. And it's a very simple thing, and it's sort of fun. And using the Share the Sunshine information, I'll show you what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. I have one more thing. I'll talk about that at the end. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you a couple extra. I have 3 cards that I made that I hadn't shared with you, and then we're going to make one together in sort of a fun surprise way. We're going to make flowers. So here we go. Let's turn the camera around. There. All right. Let's see here. Oops, I have my light in the way. That's not going to work. Let's get you a little bit bigger here. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. I hope that's bright enough. Can you see that? Is that bright enough? Okay. All right. So I made this card Tuesday after we talked. What a year this week has been. Ugh. And then it just says hang in there. So this cute paper, this paper is from the Dynaroar. And this paper is from, I believe, the Bonanza Buddies. So I combined the 2 papers. I thought they were sort of sweet. Pulled in the yellow from the dots on the Dynaroar paper and just popped it up. Used our stitched rectangle dies, which, man, that is a necessary tool. And again, in here. And then I just added some more DSP because, you know, I have a lot of this. We're going to use it up. So that's one of them that I made last week. And then I wanted to do one for healthcare. So I did 2 of them. One that I thought was suitable for guys, this one with the brown espresso and the terracotta base. And then this one, same DSP, but look at how different it looks just by pairing it up with different cardstock. So this one here is Poppy Parade and Balmy Blue. So I did the inside the same, but again, just a really different look with exactly the same thing. So on the front, both of them say thank you for your care with the little health symbol. And then inside it says thank you. This one says thank you for your sacrifice. This one says thank you for your service. So there we go. Male and female, same DSP, but a really different look depending on what colors you pull out with your cardstock. So that was kind of fun. I thought that was sort of fun. It was fun for me. All right, this is the card we're going to make today. Sending hugs from a distance. Wish this were a real hug, a real in-person hug. So we are going to make this one, and I'm using the Meant to Be stamp set. So I'm happy to say this Meant to Be stamp set will be in the next catalog. So I was very excited about that. And I used this little flower here to make, or this little heart, that would be a heart, Cheryl. I used that heart to make the flowers. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So I'll move that off to the side. Move this off to the side here, put it up there. I have my information, all my little pieces here. So on the inside I had the flower too. So okay, let's get started. So I'm going to stamp the big flowers with rich razzleberry first. So what I did, I opened up my rich razzleberry pad here, and I started in this corner just because, just for whatever. So I just kind of got as close as I could into the corner, and then I kept stamping. I stamped it here, and then I matched up the points, stamped it there, stamp it again. So for each flower, I stamped the 4 initial petals, and then I stamped off, and I put the top of the heart by the top of these two, so it went right in between, and then you get that kind of a different shade, the lighter shade there, and it all matches up nicely, kind of fills in there. So I did that a whole bunch of times. There, like that. And then I put one down here. What I was doing is kind of figuring out where it was in relation to the sending hugs verse that I'm going to punch out with our heart punches. So that is one of the things that's listed on the, oops, I forgot to stamp off. Gotta yell at me, y'all. There we go. But I thought these made kind of pretty little flowers for using hearts. This would be another excellent stamp set that would work as far as having it for making your own DSP. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm going to fill the space with images, and it looks like DSP. Oh, I forgot to stamp off. Did you see that? Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Oh well. It'll be okay. This too shall pass. There we go. All right, let's do another one up here. And I think I did it about here. So I like when they go off of the paper. So you don't have to have everything. You want it all over the place, so you don't want everything just even Steven, right? I'm going to flip that around. I keep flipping it. Is that making you dizzy? That maybe isn't like, there we go. Okay. And then I did another one down here. Just going to go like that. I have to keep turning it. Do you guys do that when you stamp? Do you just keep, I need to have it in a certain direction? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Well, the other one goes faster because I'm just stamping it. So what I was going to say is I just got off the phone with one of my stampers, one of my stamper buddies, who lives in, well, she winters in Arizona. And just putting a little dab on here. This one's right on the edge. I got an email, and it was a very nice email, and it had a prayer, and I thought, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. You know, thank you for doing that. And so there we go. That one is done. So I wrote her back and said thank you. And then she wrote back again. I thought it was her. This person wrote back again and said, oh, I'm traveling and it's my niece's birthday. Could you go and pick up a Google card for her. And I was like, well, it's kind of a, like, I wouldn't think she would ask me to do that, but, you know, if she needs it, and I know she's out of state, and, you know, okay, all right. So I wrote back and I said, well, what, you know, how much do you want to do? Which the other thing was weird is because I'm not going into any stores, so it was like, well, that's odd, but, you know, sometimes, you know, it's a friend, I would do it for her. So anyhow, long story short, I decided it was too bizarro, and so I called her, and it wasn't her. So they used her email address, added one number to it, and went on pretending that it was her, asking me to buy something. And then it was like, so when you buy the Google Play gift cards, then scratch off the back and then send me the picture. And I was like, well, that's odd too. And so I didn't do it. And then I called my friend, and she said, no, it wasn't from me. So I wrote to the naughty people, and I said, shame on you. Shame on you to use a Bible verse to scam someone, a prayer. And then I said, just so you know, God's watching all the time. Not that they care, but I just was like, hey. So this was Flirty Flamingo. My other little flowers are Flirty Flamingo. And then I used the smallest little heart just to make little leaves. So it's just sort of a random, I just kind of put it on the smaller ones just to kind of add another little color in here. Some of these will be covered up when I put on my, when I put the verse on, but that's okay. You know, that's part of the DSP, right? Sometimes you have things that you want to show, and then you can fussy cut if you want. On the DSP, that's designer paper for those of you who aren't stampers but are following me, Marlene. It means some of our pretty designer paper. There we go. I need one right here, don't I? That spot looks a little conspicuous now. I'll just do one more here. Bear with me. I'll do one more here because otherwise I think it looks sort of bare there. To have one spot with nothing, I have it pretty filled in, have it going all over the place. Get that out of there before I wear it. Okay, and we'll add a couple more leaves here just to give it some color. There, okay, ta-da. So that's that. So what I did is I'm going to move this over here. I have to cut, I'm using page number 10 on the Share the Sunshine download. So let me move this over here and I'll show you how I cut it. There we go. So I'm using this image here, this image, and then this one down here. So I just cut it at, I'm going to turn it upside down. I think it was at like, yeah, 2 3/4 inches here, like that. There we go. Get that part out of here. And then I'm just going to cut this up because I'm going to use my punch for the sending hugs. And I'm going to show you how to use the die cuts to create, to do this one. And then I'll use a die cut on this one too. So I'm just gonna cut it. So I don't have as much paper in the way here, because I could die cut everything at the same time pretty much. There we go. Okay. So now we have our 3 pieces that we're going to do. Now, here's my heart punch. It's the smaller heart punch. We have another one that's a scallop. But when you have this and you're trying to fit this in here, a little difficult. So just take a Post-it note and use that as your little, there we go, as a little handle. You're going to turn the punch upside down, and we're just going to feed it into here. I guess I need it on the other side here. Come on, Cheryl, get with the program. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to center that in there. Ta-da, ta-da. Come on. Boink. Okay. There. So that one is centered and ready. Let's get these two cut, and then I will show you. I'm going to bring the Big Shot over in the screen this time. Here we go. So I used, Kat's coming over here. Kat was on my computer before, and what was up was she was going to order a tree from Balsam Hill. That's what came up. I was like, uh-oh. She steps on my computer, and then it goes all cattywampus on me. So I had to say, go away, Kat. You cannot do that. I don't need another tree. So I'm going to put this on here. Pretty soon, when we can get our new one, you know, this one, the dies kind of look for the magnets on these, and that's why you'll see it kind of move a little bit. Well, pretty soon, when we get our new cutter, it's a solid magnetic sheet. Woohoo! So no more of those dies running away from us. Okay, so here are my two cuts. But what I wanted to do is have a flagged end on this one. So I'm going to take this out here. Get that piece ready. Put my die back over there. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to pull it out. There we go. Push it out. Come on. There we go. Okay. There's my piece. Okay. I want this end to be flagged. So I'm going to take my die cut again, and I'm going to just put the point in the center. I'm going to point to the center of the piece here. Hopefully I have it there. Just like that. I'm going to run it through again, because I could cut that, but if I just cut it with the scissors, I won't have the stitching on it. So I can do it this way and have the stitching on it. Come on up. Here, let me get my little poker here. These plates are well loved. Well, that's not working. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Move this out of the way. Okay. So, now, when I take this off, ta-da! So let me show you close. There we go. Hello, Beth. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Chris. So there we go. Now the little flag is stitched. So matchy-matchy, you know, that's my thing. I like that. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue these two pieces together with my green glue. Come on, green glue, I just used you. Okay, I have to poke it. That's why I get a new one every time I do a video. Okay. So the long and the short of it is, watch out, there's people scamming all over the place, people. If they could harness that for good, they could cure cancer. I don't understand. I don't understand how people can live with themselves trying to take advantage of other people. It's beyond me. Okay, here's all of our pieces. Now, I'm going to color this. I used the dark Flirty Flamingo for the little hearts, so it would match our little flowers. And I used dark Old Olive for the little leaf. I'm going to use the pencil end and just color in my little hearts here so they match the letters. There we go. And here's this one. Bloop, bloop. Just the little tiny leaves here. That's where I brought in the green. I wanted to do that. All right, and my dimensionals are right here. This piece I'll take off. This is from my little holder part. I guess it's stuck on there pretty good. I don't have to worry about it probably. Oh my goodness sakes today. I was singing the hairdresser blues before. It was like, I looked at my hair and I thought, oh my gosh. Hairdresser, hairdresser, open up soon. I'm gonna spot. I need you too. Here, it's so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna bump this one up, and I'm purposely not putting a dimensional on the edge because I'm going to kind of sneak my little from a distance underneath there. So let's do that. Throw these away. All my little backings here. Okay. We're going to put it right there. Whoops. Gee whiz. Okay. There we go. And then this one's just going to get glued down. You know, if my glue works. There we go. And I'm just going to sneak this in here. Put it just like that. There we go. And then I have my bow. I did a double bow with this wonderful crinkle ribbon that's so soft. And that will go on with a glue dot here. So I'm just going to put that on. And I put it off to the side like this. I thought that looked kind of pretty. There. Okay. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and glue it onto my front of the card. And then I'll put my rhinestones on. This way I can kind of do a good press all over without having to worry about hitting the rhinestones. I had to add a little glitz and glamour. The center of these flowers needed something. So I thought, well, how about rhinestones? I have these bigger ones, and this flower is just perfect for that. Whoopsie daisy. They're going all over here. Here's one. Here we go. 2, 3. I guess I usually use odd numbers, but you know what? It worked out that there's an even number. That's okay. They all have to have one now. You can't let anybody go without a center. That would be bad. There. Ta-da. Sparkly, sparkly. Nice. Love those little things. Okay. So in the inside, I have this piece that's going to go right here. And I decided I wanted it to sort of be framed in. So normally I would leave this open and plain, but it was so empty. And so I decided I would put the big flower up here, the little flower up here, and then you still have room to write something in there. So let's do one more of the big flowers here. I'm going to start up in the corner. I just thought it needed that kind of framed in. You have to make the inside pretty too. There we go. I must have had a little piece of something on my stamp. I have a naked spot there. It'll get covered in there. Okay. So again, I'm just lining up the top of the hearts, the two hearts next to each other with the stamped off. And then I get an additional color in there. So let's put this over here so I kind of see where I want my other little flower to go. Let's bring this over. And we're going to put it right here. There we go. I need one of those, probably what I need is one of those cake, you know, those turning plates. I keep flipping it around. There. And then, so it's not alone, we're going to add our a couple of little green leaves again. So, here we go. Where's my little one? Here it is. Okay. Put one here. And put one over here opposite. There we go. this one is going to have a, you know, rhinestone in it too. Here's this one. I thought I had a smaller one here for my little flower, but I don't seem to. Here it is. Let me go chase it down. There we go. I had a little one out here for me. There. Okay. And then this is just going to get glued down right between the two. All right, like that. There, and you still have room to write. I just thought it was pretty, kind of pretty. It's a little, this is a very girly card. Wow, very girly. All right, line this up. I was trying not to, I kept clearing my throat. I have asthma and I have allergies, which are like a bad combination. And so when I was listening, I listened back on my videos and I thought I kept clearing my throat. So then I put a cough drop in, but you know, then I look like a chipmunk. And so I was like, okay, cough drop cannot stay. I have something to drink if I run into difficulty. There we go. Look at how putting it next to this color makes this one pop out. I just think that's kind of cool. The magic of color here. So there we go. Sending hugs from a distance. Wish this were a real in-person hug. Yep, I'm ready to hug my grandkids. Okay, so that's that one. All right, now the exciting part. So if you want to go to Stamping Journey, if you have not already, you want to go and get the Share the Sunshine. It's a, it is a download, and you get 15 pages of images. Here are some of them sitting right here. This is that you get instructions. So I'll go over this again. I did this the other day. So you get instructions, terms of use, how to print. Each individual page is numbered, like this one is number 13. And each page here has coordinating colors and coordinating products. So it tells you exactly what colors to use for what colors are on each sheet. And it goes through the whole thing. So what I did was I picked, I think it's 7, 8, and 9, those pages out of all of it. And on Tuesday, I'm going to sit and make cards with you from the get-go. We're going to do the cutting and scoring and the whole kit and caboodle. And so I'm going to show you what you need for Tuesday. So I will have this on my blog too, so you can go to Stamping Journey later and I'll have it written out. So I want you to have Pacific Point ink, Mango Melody, which these are all off of that sheet, okay? Pumpkin Pie and Night of Navy. So these are the 4 colors I want you to have at your desk on Tuesday at 2, okay? In addition to that, I picked 2 stamp sets that I'm happy to say are going to be back in our new annual catalog. I have these 2 stamp sets, Swirly Frames and Daisy Lane, okay? Totally different looking, and that's why I went with these 2. But I didn't really realize that Swirly Frames was going to be continuing, so I'm happy to say that it is. If you don't have these particular ones, anything, one with a flower, one with geometric shapes, or if you have one that has like the textury backgrounds, that would work too. This is just what I'm using. You can use whatever you want. I would suggest, we're doing a birthday card, and I did end up using It's Your Time to Shine. I did stamp a verse for the birthday card. And then if you're using Daisy Lane, the small Daisy Punch. Okay, so that's the inks, that's the stamp set, and the punch, okay? The other thing I used, of course, is my, my standard things here, using this, are my rectangle, my stitched rectangles. So if you have whatever you have, or you can cut them, and my stitch shapes. So I used all these items in making the cards. So, in addition to that, now I said we're using pages 7, 8, and 9. So 7, 8, come back here, and 9. So we're making cards we're making 4 cards, but we're going to be using the verses off of these 3 pages. Okay, so for cardstock, what you need is 2 pieces of white cardstock, 1 piece of Pacific Point, 1 piece of pumpkin pie, 1 piece of Night of Navy, and 1 piece of Mango Melody. So the deal is, if you want to pick a different set of verses, then go ahead and do that, but have the coordinating colors at your side and the coordinating ink and designer paper. But what we're going to do here is, let me grab my cards. So here's the samples. This one. This one. So these 2 are using the swirly, this stamp set here, the swirly frames. So I made the designer paper for behind there. And then these 2 cards are using the Daisy Lane. So we're going to make these 4 cards on Tuesday. So you get all this stuff together and then meet me here at 2 o'clock. And we will cut and score and do all of it from scratch and make these 4 cards up on Tuesday. We'll make our own DSP and get these all made up, ready to send out to some deserving person. So there you go. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'll have all those instructions on the website. Hello, Deanne. Okay, here we go. Let's turn the camera around. There. So what do you think? Are you going to join me on Tuesday? I think it'll be a lot of fun. I know a lot of brave people have done Zoom. I have done some Zoom meetings, but I haven't initiated one. So I haven't done that yet. You know, I'm really challenged on this stuff. But I think to sit down and stamp together, we will have a good time. So bring the stuff. You can always go back and look if I go fast or whatever, but I will give you all the sizes and dimensions, and we're making very simple cards, but very cute ones. So I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So if you don't have those exact sets, modify. You can use any set. It's just that I picked 2 that were very different and using all the same colors, just to kind of give you an idea of what you can do, even if you don't have any designer paper there. So, howdy, Linda. So, all right, catch up with you later. Oh, she has to go to work on Tuesday. Oh, I am so sorry. But, yeah, catch me later, because I'll have all the ingredients on the Stampin' Journey, and then we will go from there. So, thank you all for joining me. Go out and have a fish fry in. Go out and get a fish fry. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Guess what? We're up to 100 people on my YouTube channel. So I was celebrating. Woohoo! You know, these people that have like 1,000, 100,000. I have 100. I have 100, and I'm really excited. So thank you all for watching me. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing and sharing my videos with your friends. Even if they're not stampers, sometimes, you know, if they, you know, they're looking for something to do now. I'm just telling you. All right. Thank you all so much. Take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Bye-bye.